Honestly, that's gonna happen. Like, I can predict my future when it comes to reading because I just know I am bad. Well, hello peoples of the internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. Okay guys, so for today's video I'm bringing you my October TBR, and this month I'm a little bit late with my TBR. Usually I would have it up at the very start of the month, but now it's already a week into October and I'm only doing it now. So honestly, I wasn't even going to post a TBR, but then I asked on Twitter and you guys said yes, that you want to still see one. So I was like, okay, I don't know why anyone wants to see my TBRs when we all know I never ever read everything that I put on my TBR. So a lot of the books that I actually have on my TBR for the month of October are ones that I'm carrying over that I didn't read in September, which actually is only 3 because I had 6 books on my September TBR. I read 3 of them and then 3 of them I didn't read. I started one, just didn't finish it, so I'm carrying those 3 back over to October, and I've also added some more. Like, why did I do that? Like, why did I add more to the pile? Like, I don't know, and it's already 7 days into October and I haven't finished a single book. So like, why am I doing this? Like, why? But you know what? I just love to see myself fail. So before I actually get into my October TBR, I just wanted to do a little bit of a chit chat, like update basically. So you guys know I started a new job in a bookshop and I've been working for 9 days in a row the last 9 days, and today is my first day off. So I was like, I need to film something because I just want to get back to YouTube and posting more videos. So I'm really sorry if there's been a lack of content recently. The reason why is because of my new job and it was just taking up so much time, and I had a lot of information I was learning and training for so that I could be good at my job. And that's why I haven't been posting so many videos, and there's so much content I have that I want to get out, especially my video where I talk in Irish. I know you guys are waiting for that video and I just still haven't done it, so I'm so sorry. It is coming, I promise you. It's just life has been a bit crazy at the minute and I'm just trying to adjust to all of these new changes. But yes, I'm sorry about the lack of content. I'm just trying to figure out my new schedule and work situation and everything. It's just been a bit of a mess, but my life in general is a mess, so I should be like used to it at this point, but clearly I'm not. So anyways, let's get into my October TBR. So the first 3 books that I have on my October TBR are the ones that I'm carrying over from September, and the first one is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. You guys know I've already started this because in my last reading vlog I was showing me reading this, and I'm currently on page 189 of this and it's about 500 pages long, so I still have a lot of progress to make with it. But for right now I'm actually really enjoying this book and I just think it's so fun and just so fast paced. I honestly just really love it. If you don't know what it's about and you missed when I talked about it in my September TBR, basically this book follows a girl who is a witch and lives in this world where there are witches, and the witches are seen as bad people and people want to burn and kill the witches and get rid of them and stuff. And then the witch actually ends up marrying a witch hunter. It basically just involves a whole situation where she doesn't want her witch hunter to know that she actually is a witch because he doesn't know that when he marries her. And yeah, it's a lot of tea and I am just loving it so much so far. The main character is one of my favorites. I think she's so badass and she's just iconic. Let's be honest here, like she is iconic. Correction, not iconic, iconic. Yeah, I just absolutely love her, and the writing is just so fast paced and it's so fun. It just gets straight into the story. The magic system is also really fun and unique, and I just am absolutely loving it so much. So I hope to finish this in October. This is probably the only book in this TBR that's like 100% gonna get finished because this is the one I'm currently reading at the minute. So the next book that I have in my TBR is another one that I'm carrying over from September, and that is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. And once again, when I said in my September TBR, I didn't know too much about this book. Once again, I still don't know too much about it because I still haven't looked at the synopsis since I did my September TBR, so I still just don't know what it's about. I just know it's like a fantasy standalone book that has something to do with a library in it, so that's all I've got for you. That's all I honestly know about this. And I do think I'm going to actually pick up the audiobook for this because I have so many Audible credits at the minute. Like, I don't know how I've stacked up so many. So I was like, you know what? The best way to get through my TBR this month is to listen to as many audiobooks as possible, because then I can listen to it in the car and get reading done just all the time. So I feel like I'm just gonna have a lot of audiobooks this month because I just need to actually try read something this month. So I think I'm gonna get the audiobook for this. I actually haven't heard any reviews about the audiobook for this, so if you have read the audiobook for this book, let me know down below and what you thought of it and if it is a good audiobook, and also if you would recommend the audiobook, because I don't want to get it in case it's a bad audiobook, you know, because sometimes you can get such a bad audiobook and it just ruins the whole experience. Not gonna say any names, but the Raven Boys audiobooks. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Next book that I'm planning on reading in the month of October is another one that I'm carrying over from September, and this is also another one that I think I'm gonna get the audiobook for, not only because she's a thick book, like it's a big ass book, but also I just feel like I need to push with this one because I've had this on 3 TBRs already. I think I had it on my August, my September, and now my October, so I'm like, it needs to get finished. And that is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Now this is the arc that I got a book on, and this book is now out because I believe it came out in October. We got it in my bookshop. I literally took it out of the box when we were getting the orders in, and I was like, wow, I have an arc of this and I still haven't read it because I'm just fake. So yes, October has to be the month that I finally read this book and finish it. Like, it just has to be. Like, this is one of my priorities for this month because I'm honestly embarrassed at how much I've had this on a TBR. Like August, September, and now October. Like 3 months in a row I've had it on my TBR, and I think I've literally read about 10 pages altogether of this book. So that's honestly very embarrassing on my behalf. So hopefully in October is the month we finish her. Will it actually be though? Probably not. Like, let's be real here. The next one that I want to try read in the month of October is The Wicked King by Holly Black, because Queen of Nothing is coming out very, very soon, so I need to read The Wicked King before I can get to that one. And if you don't know, this is the sequel to The Cruel Prince, and so I definitely still need to read this and like know what's actually going on. It's a miracle I have not been spoiled for this book. Like, everyone talks about it on Twitter and I just have never been spoiled yet, so I am honestly not complaining about that. I just don't know how I pulled it off. So yeah, and also just like fairies and stuff, so I feel like it fits the October vibe, because I feel like in October I just like to read books with like non-human main characters, if that makes sense. So I feel like fairies is perfect for that, and also this world is just so fun. I absolutely loved The Cruel Prince, so I'm really hoping I'm gonna love the sequel. I've heard mixed opinions on the sequel. Some people love it more than The Cruel Prince, and then some people hate it compared to The Cruel Prince. So I'm hoping I'm gonna love it. I know people that I also have very similar reading tastes with actually like this book, so I'm hoping I'm gonna like it as well, but we shall see. And this is one also I think I will fly through because I literally flew through The Cruel Prince. Like, I read it so quickly, so I think this could be another one that I read fast. But like, I'm saying that now, but like, watch later in the month when it comes to my October wrap up and I'm like, I didn't read The Wicked King. Like, honestly, that's gonna happen. Like, I can predict my future when it comes to reading because I just know I am bad. So the next book I'm planning on reading in the month of October is one that I actually don't have with me at the moment, and that is Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. This is the sequel to Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, which I actually really, really loved. I think I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. And this is the sequel that also came out at the very start of this month. I think it came out October 3rd, like Mean Girls Day is the day it came out. And this is a book I've been highly anticipating reading, but I have been seeing a lot of negative reviews about this book, so I'm very scared to read it because I had such high expectations and I thought I was going to absolutely love this book, but now I'm seeing lots of different opinions. I actually don't even think I've seen one positive review. Not saying that there aren't people out there who have liked it, but I just personally haven't seen anyone give it above 3 stars, and it scares me because I thought everyone was going to give it this 5 stars, so I just don't know where I'm going to fit. I'm really hoping I'm going to love it because I just love Baz and Simon so much, like one of my OTPs, and I'm just hoping I'm gonna like it. My expectations are obviously very low going into it when I do read it. I feel like if my expectations are low, then it can only get better from there, you know? Start low and then like hopefully it gets higher. You know what I mean? So that's what I am going for here. So now the next couple of books that I have is actually ones that I asked for your guys' recommendations, because in my September TBR video I asked you guys for recommendations for books that you think would be perfect for me to read in the month of October. So I read all of your comments and I picked out the ones that were like the most frequent and like ones that a lot of people commented on, so I went with those. And the first one that I have is Library of Souls by by Ransom Riggs, which is actually the third book in the Miss Peregrine series. And that's because a lot of you guys commented that I should read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, but I actually have already read that book and I read the sequel, but I've actually never read the third book, Library of Souls. So I was like, you know what? Everyone's recommending me to read it, and also this has like the spooky, creepy feel to it. So I was like, this is a perfect book to read in Halloween, and it just gives me that push to like finally catch up on this series, because this series is one that I absolutely love so much. Like, it's just such a fun read. I love all of the different pictures that are in here, if I can find some now. And like, it just has that like eerie, creepy feeling to it. Like, this photo in particular is not actually creepy, but like it has like that old feeling to it, and like it just screams creepy vibes to me. So yeah, I'm excited to continue on with this series, and hopefully I'm gonna love it. I actually also think there's a fourth and a fifth book out for this now as well, so like it's about time I catch up on the series, let's be honest. Now, the next book that I want to try read in the month of October is one I honestly never thought I would read, because it just seemed like a book to me that was just so huge that I was like, I don't think I ever want to read that because I'm just intimidated by it. But when I asked you guys for recommendations, a lot of you said this book, so I was like, I think this is a sign. Maybe if I get the audiobook for it, because I actually don't own it physically, it will help me push through it because it's such a huge book. That book is The Diviners by Libba Bray, and honestly, I don't know much about this book, and once again, I don't know how, because so many people on BookTube talk about this book, so I don't understand how I don't know what it's about. The only thing I do know is that it's set in like 1850s, I think, and it has like maybe a murder mystery or something. I really don't know. Like, I'm making up a synopsis here. Like, that might not even be anything to do with the book, and I'm just making up my own little story in my head. So like, future book ideas. But yeah, a lot of you guys said I should read this, so it is one that I think I will read in the month of October, and I do think I also will get the audiobook for this one. So there you go, guys. That is my October TBR. Once again, extremely ambitious, and I don't know why I am doing it, because we all know I'm probably not going to read all of those books, but that's kind of just how my TBRs go at this point. Like, I think you guys, when you click into the video, you don't expect me to read all of the books. Like, we all have established this like arrangement between the two of us that I am not going to read all of the books in my TBR. Like, I'm just not that person. Like, that's just not me. So it's okay, because we all established going into the month that I'm not going to read all of the books. So like, no one's surprised when I don't. So it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, if you recommend them. If you've read any of them on audiobook, let me know down below, because I do want to use some of my credits. But yeah, other than that, I shall see you all next time in my next video. So goodbye, guys.